So for this particular golf shot, this pitch shot that I'm going to be doing, I'm using a 58-degree wedge with a lot of bounce. So that's the first thing. You need a lofted club and you need some bounce. Now the idea is understanding how to use the bounce and the wedge correctly for the impact area. Oftentimes we hear to get better contact that we have to have a lot of weight on the left-hand side or on the left leg and then just hit down onto the golf ball, compressing the golf ball. Well, you know, if you're struggling with your chip shots, that might be one way to go, but another way that I like to visualize my pitching motion is to actually visualize a plane landing. Now, when a plane lands, as it just landing crashes by going all the way down, imagine that as being kind of your angle of attack. If you're just continuing your way down into the ground, you have a very deep contact into the ground, maybe too much of a divot. Well, what we want is to imagine the plane going down and having the ability to then land nicely, softly, and actually having the ability to fly back up if you wanted to, right? So this is how I want you to visualize your wedge or your sand wedge. You're actually going down, and as you're going down, you want a soft landing to be able to then work your way back up. So essentially, we want to brush the ground, having this feeling of really interacting, a soft interaction with the ground, as opposed to a digging motion this way where we're catching too much grass. So the way that I like to work this with a lot of my clients my students is by using an alignment stick. So the way that I like my students to feel the proper pitching motion and how to use the wedge properly throughout the golf swing is by actually using this alignment stick. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the wedge on the alignment stick, and you're going to visualize it like a runway for an airplane, right? Now the airplane lands and takes back off, and that's the way that I want you to do it. You're just going to use this alignment stick by just brushing it, and the alignment stick mustn't deviate. It must stay in its original position. So I'm actually going to do that 3 to 4 times. By doing that, you really feel a lot of softness in your forearms, in your hands, and that's going to create a little bit more speed going through the impact area and create better contact. Better contact, more speed in the impact area helps you to then create more spin when you're going through the impact zone. Soft hands, soft forearms lead to the right amount of speed going through the impact area, which also helps you get a clean contact. Now, those things associated allow you to create the spin that you desire when the ball gets onto the green. So again, I'll just do a few practice shots, soft hands, soft forearms. I visualize my sandwich like a plane. I'm landing, taking off. I'm landing, taking off. And once I've got that going, now I can visualize that by doing a real golf shot. So really soft, and as you can see on the grass there's not a lot of divot going on, right? So that's what I want you to do. Less divot, more spin. So try the airplane drill. Next time you go to the chipping area with the alignment stick, you're landing, taking off. You're landing softly and taking off.